Today's a very exciting day. Today is the grand premiere of my book, Fat, Ugly, and Poor. And I'm going to go ahead and venture to say, Fat, Ugly, and Poor will revolutionize the self-development industry. Fat, Ugly, and Poor is the book that I needed when I was at my lowest. 3 years ago, when I was at my lowest, suffering from depression, suffering from anxiety, I had tit and love handles as a man. I said enough was enough. I can't stand this anymore. I wanted to end it all. And so I came in contact with a black guy in my neighborhood and I gave him $50 for a firearm. It was at that moment when I decided enough of the pain, enough of the suffering, enough of the cruelty of this world. I put the barrel of that gun right in my mouth. I pulled the trigger and nothing happened. It wasn't even a real gun. Of course, a black guy scammed me. He scammed me out of $50 and he gave me a fake gun. And then I'm sitting there in my living room. I just finished jerking off. I busted my last nut. I thought this was going to be my last nut. I gooned for about an hour. I smoked a blunt. And then I said, after I finish gooning, after I bust a nut, I'm just going to blow my brains out. But of course, at the time I was fat, ugly, and poor, I couldn't even get that right. Man, could I have used the book Fat, Ugly, and Poor at that point in my life. Yeah, because today you guys see me, a guy who walks around all year with tan skin, always have visible abs, wake up in the morning with a massive erection. I'm charismatic, I'm charming, I'm an intellectual, I am a poet. I steal panties, I sniff women's feet while they're asleep, and I've had sex with an endless sea of fat women. But I need you to understand, it wasn't always this way. Everything I have now, I worked for. I had to figure all this stuff out on my own. The reason why today I get the privileges with these fat women, like, I don't know, like, just throw my legs up in the air and tell her something like, eat my ass like it's a pussy. I mean, these are things that I've said to women. And they go right ahead and eat my ass like it's a pussy. The reason why I can get away with these things now is because I went and walked that hard road. It was a long, treacherous road to get to where I am now today. It wasn't easy. And a lot of times I felt like giving up. But I fought. And I never gave up on my dreams, my aspirations. After I spent my last $50 trusting a black guy, I had no other choice but to fix my life around. I had no other choice but to live. I can't afford to die. And that's when I took the first step on the journey of becoming the man that I am today. Fat, Ugly, and Poor really illustrates your typical average man today. Your typical average guy can't get any bitches. He's fat. He's disgusting. Your typical average guy walks around with a cluster-filled asshole of hemorrhoids. Every time this guy goes to take a shit, it's an event. You hear him blocks away. Ah! My asshole! He's fat. He's constipated. He has a horrible diet. He's walking around 14 months pregnant. It's all feces. And then they have the audacity to ask you, why are you going to the bathroom again? This guy's going to the bathroom again. Look at this guy. Because you know me, I shit 3 to 4 times a day. And I tell him, I got to shit. What, you don't shit? He's like, no, man, I haven't shit in 4 weeks, man. What? Yeah, man, I don't know what it is. I can't shit. Like, I shit like once every 4 weeks. And then I look at him. He's fat, he's ugly, he's poor. By the way, me and him have the exact same job. We make the exact same amount of money. Yet here I am, winning in life. 6 figures worth of Bitcoin. I have the muscles, I have the fat bitches for the back shots. What does he have? Misery and hemorrhoids. And by the way, it's only going to get even worse. Because once you go down this road of being fat, ugly, and poor, it's nearly impossible for you to come back. And that's how I was. I knew I needed to start working out. I knew I needed to lose the tits and the love handles. I knew I needed to get my life straight. I knew I needed to stop gooning. I needed to stop smoking weed. I needed to stop being a loser. But I just couldn't. In Fat, Ugly, and Poor, I am going to teach you exactly how you can get that burning desire inside of you. When you're down and out, when you're filled with anxiety, when you're filled with depression, when you just can't get off the couch, I'm going to teach you the most powerful tool that'll get any man off the couch and finally get you to stop being fat, ugly, and poor. By the way, this same technique that I used to get my fat ass off the couch and change my life around to become the man that I am today is the exact same technique that I used to write this audiobook. I wrote this audiobook in one sitting. One afternoon is all it took. I wrote it down, I recorded it, I made the file, I made the artwork for it. I did it all on my own with this burning desire that I can build up inside of me. Anybody else, they'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to write a book. It's going to take me 6 months to write the book, and then I got to find a guy to record it, and then I got to find somebody to make the art. I did it all on my own. I don't even know how I come up with this stuff anymore. I don't know how I come up with the artwork. I don't know how I came up with the book cover. I don't know how I came up with the ideas. I don't know how I came up with the stuff to talk about in the book. It just happens, and it's all because of this powerful technique that I'll teach you in Fat, Ugly, and Poor. Sure, I can tell you about it here. Nigga, pay me. Because that's another thing. Y'all niggas want everything for free. What about me? Give me $5 on Patreon, and you can get this book for $5. I've been telling you people now for months, I want to drive around a G-Wag, I want the iced-out rollie, I want to hand out backshots to pogs from Instagram. This stuff costs money. This stuff requires a lot of money, and I was thinking, give a nigga $5. I wrote a book just for you, you fat piece of shit. The least you can do is give me $5 on Patreon. Because let's just be honest, you're not going to be fucking bitches. You're fat, ugly, and poor. So why don't you pay me $5 so I can live out all your fantasies for you, fat ass? Or at least you can learn the ancient techniques taught in Fat, Ugly, and Poor so you can stop being a fat piece of shit who's ugly and poor. How about that? Maybe you start making a change in your life. Maybe you pick up a book, read it. Oh wait, that's right, you're fat, ugly, and poor. Fat, ugly, and poor people don't read. So I knew that coming in, so I said, you know what? Let me make an audiobook for all my fat, ugly, and poor people so they can listen to me speak in their ear. Because they can't be bothered to read. You're just burping and farting right now, aren't you? Let's be real, you fat piece of shit. What are you doing right now? Right now, as you're watching this video, what are you doing right now exactly? You're being fat, ugly, and poor, aren't you? You're probably fidgeting around in your seat because your hemorrhoids are all flared up again. You haven't shit in weeks, you're sad and depressed, and you're filled with anxiety. And you feel lost. I understand you, I was there as well. I took the road for you. I went to battle for you. All the stumbling blocks, all the forks in the road, I took them all. And I put all that information in my book, my critically acclaimed book, Fat, Ugly, and Poor. Fat, Ugly, and Poor is a very no-nonsense, very bare-bones approach to changing your life around. There's no razzle-dazzle here. There's no pizzazz. I made a very robotic approach to achieving all of your goals. Now, everybody knows if you do the exact same thing every single day, eventually you're going to start getting results. Everybody knows that. But where's the motivation going to come from? Where's the inspiration going to come from for you to even start? In Fat, Ugly, and Poor, I provide an ancient technique, proven and used by all the most influential people in our society. All the titans of industry have used this technique. It's called the law of assumption. I break down exactly the techniques that I use to harness the power of the law of assumption, to get this burning desire inside of me to do these things to succeed. I use it to start making money on YouTube. I use it to start getting subscribers on YouTube. I use it to make this audiobook in a day. I use it to get in shape. I use it to fuck fat bitches. I use this for everything. And I'm going to say it right now. You can discard all the information in the book Fat, Ugly, and Poor, except for the last chapter. You can take everything away from me. Take my YouTube down, make me a fat ass again, take all the money away, make me depressed, make me filled with anxiety, a pothead who goons for hours a day. Take it all away, except for the information in the last chapter of Fat, Ugly, and Poor. Now my question is, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? How long are you going to live this way? You take your socks off, you have athlete's foot because you're fat. You can't walk that much because your legs chafe because you're a fat ass. You have a little dick. You have a cluster of hemorrhoids surrounding your anal cavity and it hurts every time you shit. How long are you going to live this way? When are you going to say enough is enough? When are you going to finally invest in yourself, you fat, worthless piece of shit? Because right now, you're basically a tub of shit on the side of the sidewalk. Life isn't meant to be lived this way. You ain't living right. Life is about having a six-pack, big arms, and a thick neck. Life is about having a niced out rollie. Life is about handing out back shots to women. Life is about wearing pink Cartier glasses even at nighttime you never take them off. It's about driving around a $200,000 G-Wagon and handing out back shots to pogs inside of that G-Wagon. You know who can't do any of that stuff? Guys that are fat, ugly, and poor. $5 is all it takes. $5 is all it takes for you to change your little dick, titty, love handle having, piece of shit, worthless life around. Thank you very much.